The lane nearest to us, so we'll get a good view of their start. Romania is next to them. France and Great Britain in the middle of the field. Italy, dual world champions. They're second from the top. Oh, gee, I can't pick a winner here. I really can't. It's going to be so close, isn't it?
I think the Australians would feel they've got the measure of the Romanians and Slovenians and be looking for the Italians, British and French.
Yes, I think I'd agree with that. So we have a start in the straight fours in the Atlanta Rowing Regatta. The Australians going for back-to-back gold. The Awesome Foursome did it in Barcelona. Here they're rowing in lane 6. They were third in the first semi-final. France is going to be hard to beat in lane 4. Great Britain hard to beat in lane 3. And we have dual world champions in Italy over in lane 2. The Australians have beaten the Italians a couple of times. The Italians have beaten them. I think this race is going to go right down to the wire, and I wouldn't be surprised if less than a length separates at least the first 4 crews. And you can see the Australians, their game plan obviously is to get a good start. Romania at lane 5 has gone out to take an early lead, but the Australians at lane 6 are doing well. France has dropped back a little bit. They did not get a good start, but Great Britain is well up with them, and so too is Italy.
Yes, the crew, second from the top is the Italian crew, the reigning world champions for the last 2 years. The Romanians started fast in the early rounds of this regatta and did drop back a little. There we see the French and the British, surprisingly a bit behind the Romanians and the Italians. The Australians in good position. As I said, they feel that they've got one big race left in them. They haven't pulled out all stops in the rounds until now, and they've got great belief in themselves, and Coach Reinhold Barchi, the head coach of the Australian team, shares that belief in these wonderful champions, and they've been pumped up after the Kieran Perkins win from the outside lane last night.
It's going to be Romania going through the boys first, I would think. Yes, Australia maybe third, Italy second, Slovenia is also well up with them. And Peter Murphy is still with us in the commentary box. Pete, the reserve for the Australian crew here, or the 8 rather. What are your thoughts on the first 500?
Well, Peter, I think they've had a very good start. The good thing about it is that the conditions have changed this morning from a tailwind to a cross-head breeze, which favours the Australians in lane 6. That's going to be playing in their favour coming down towards the end of the race. The Australians, as you can see in shot, are looking controlled. Jimmy Tompkins just has a quick look to see what's happening there on his left-hand side. But as you can see, they're doing well. They're in the middle of this race at the moment and looking good.
Looking is the operative word there. They've got to look over to their main opposition, Italy. They've got a stroke rate of 35 at the moment. Great Britain in 3. They got a bad start. France in 4. Now, the Romanians got a blinder at the start, but the Australians have just about rode them down. And a couple of crews away. You can see the Brits in the white boat. I'm surprised they're this far back. And they're about a length behind at the moment. So that's a little bit surprising because they were first in the second semi-final and runners-up in the World Championship last year. The Romanians on screen next to the Australians rowing in lane 5. The Aussies are just about with them. They're about a canvas behind them. And this is not a bad position for the Australians to be in.
Not bad at all. The British, you mentioned, are a little bit hot and cold. They've been known to start slow and finish fast, but I wouldn't have thought that was the ideal way they wanted to start here. They'd prefer to be in touch, as the Australians are doing, in touch with the leaders, Italy and Romania, but not much between those 4 crews. Australia crossing about 3rd or 4th, only about a 1/3 of a length down on the Romanians, and there we see the Australians looking relaxed, looking long and loose. This is the Awesome Foursome as we know them.
Walter Malia, Riccardo De Rossi, Raffaele Leonardo and Carlo Mornati is the stroke of the Italian 4 dual world championship champion winners. And in the semi-final, they were 0.04 of a second behind France, the fastest qualifier. Now, Romania still heads Australia, still by about a canvas. Italy's out in front. On the other side of Italy, the Slovenians are more than just nuisance value. They're 1.39 seconds off the Italians' pace. Romania second and Australia third. The Aussies over on the far right-hand corner. Now they're slowly coming up on the Romanians now. They've got to go after the Italians, who have got about, I would say, a canvas on them as well. This is very, very close between Italy, Romania and Australia at the moment. Slovenia are about half a length behind them. Great Britain has dropped back. As you said, John, they run hot and cold. But the Italians, the world champions, they're still going to be hard to beat. But this has been a good 500 from Australia.
Yeah, the Aussies on the move there. Third 500, very important. The Australians have moved. They're just about to take Romania there. And as you say, about a canvas off Romania, off Italy.
And the Brits making a little bit of a move too after they got a bad start. It's Italy, Romania, Australia. Watch the crew from Great Britain. You can pick them out easily in the white shell. They're rowing in lane 3. Robert Obholzer, Johnny Searle and Greg Searle gold medal winners in Barcelona in the pairs. They're in the 2 and 3 seats, and Tim Foster is the stroke. So the Brits coming up, the Australians rowing on this side of the course,
They have moved.
nearest to us. And, they might have gone through the 1500 just about in front of Italy.
Yes, they have.
There's nothing in it. It's Australia, Italy, Romania, France. We said at the start of this race it was going to be the closest. You could throw a blanket over the field. The medals are up for grabs. Less than 500 to go in the straight fours in Atlanta. And you can see Nick Green there, close up. Eyes, great concentration. Oh, the Australians have gone to a lead of about a canvas now over Romania and Britain coming up into third place. France is still there, 0.32 of a second ahead of Romania, Great Britain and France in the straight four in Atlanta. Can the Australians make it back to back of the big gold? They've increased their lead. They've moved away now from the Romanians. This is a fantastic effort by the Awesome Foursome. A little look there from Drew Guinea's just saying, righto boys, now it's
250 to go,
time.
he said. 250 to go. They're going to go.
250 metres left in it.
Has raised the rating. Look at this.
Oh, this is fantastic from the Australians. They've kicked away. They've got gas in the tank. They're 3 parts of the boat. They're ahead of the Romanians and France and Great Britain. The Australians look like going for back-to-back gold. 200 metres to go now for the Australians. They're charged. They're charging. They're lifting the boat out of the water. Look at the paddles.
Britain followed. Britain finishing fast. Britain coming up on them, but the Australians have got a little bit left.
I think
they'll have to lift it.
They'll have to lift it now. Britain coming at the Australians. Can they hang on? It's Australia and Great Britain. Over on the far side of the course, there are challenges from everywhere. They may just get there. 2 tracks to go. Yes, go to Australia. Fantastic effort.
What a race.
I think France has come in second, but Australia has won back-to-back gold in the Awesome Foursome. You little rippers. Unbelievable row.
They said they had one big race left in them. They said they had confidence in themselves, and they were right.
Oh, Coop.
French.